This is an inspired makeup look by the beautiful Sheree Whitfield from Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you guys want to see how I came up with this look using drugstore and affordable stuff, then keep on watching. I'm using my Morphe 350 palettes, and I'm using this matte bone eyeshadow, and just to pretty much set my lid with the eyeshadow base that I used before. Next, I'm gonna use a warmer matte eyeshadow, and I like this shade because it's perfect as a transition color, and I'm really focusing it right on the socket of my eye and just blend. And I'm using my favorite Coastal Scents fluffy blending brush, which is the BRC N06, and I'm gonna try to stick with this one as much as I can when it comes to my lid, so I don't have to use that many brushes. Moving on to a darker shade, this is another matte eyeshadow. I'm applying it again on the socket of my eye, and then I'm gonna blend it upwards. And then I decided to use and sneak in the Wet n Wild fluffy blending brush that, let me tell you, it is so soft, inexpensive, and it works very well on my lid. And because I want to deepen it a little bit more, I'm going to do a little mix of a darker shade along with the previous eyeshadow that I used. And this time I'm focusing on the outer part of my eye. Again, just make sure I accentuate that area because I felt like her lid was a little bit more deeper and warm. And then I'm also using my Wet n Wild just to blend out the edges. Now we're gonna move on to the most exciting thing here when it comes to the eyelid, and this is the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Arts, and this is in the shade Topaz Twinkle. She by Sheree, that's I'm gonna call her makeup artist, Makeup by Mila. Mila, she's amazing. I follow her on Instagram. You should definitely do. I'll probably leave a link down below so you can follow her too. But she did say that she used this, and this is a liquid eyeshadow. It kind of reminds me of the Josie Maran liquid eyeshadow. I forgot the name of it, but this is stunning, and for being a drugstore, oh my goodness gracious, this is amazing. Next, we're gonna move on to curling my lashes because I want to prep them for this Maybelline mascara. This is a Falsies Push-Up Drama, and also I'm using my Cocoa Lashes in the style Goddess. Now moving on to the face, I'm going to use this NYX Pore Filler and this NYX Shine Killer because I want to make sure that the canvas it's nice and smooth and ready for foundation. Now moving on to foundation, I want it, and as you guys can see, I want to make sure that this whole entire look is affordable, if not drugstore. So I'm using this Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Foundation. This is in the shade of Warm Honey, number 90. And I'm using my Wet n Wild flat top brush or kabuki brush. It's not a kabuki brush because I feel like it's not as dense as I would have liked it to be, but I think it did a pretty good job. I mean, you cannot beat the $2.99 price. It's pretty good, and it's still very soft on my face. Just to add a little more extra coverage, I went ahead and used my LA Pro Conceal in the shade of Warm Honey just to, you know, pretty much treat those little dark areas from my acne scars. Moving on to concealer, I want to make sure that I use two concealers that are going to really highlight my face. This is the Maybelline Master Concealer by the Face Studio in the shade Medium, along with my NYX HD Concealer in the shade Glow. Now, I really am starting to look like a ghost, I know, but don't you worry, we're going to bring the warmth back on my face later on. And I try to even use as many drugstore, if not affordable stuff as I could, and that includes this Real Techniques sponge just to blend out everything out. Now speaking of cream contouring, I'm using this LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Espresso, and I'm pretty much contouring my face the best I can. Her face was very well contoured, and I wanted to go a little extra with a little cream contour instead of the powder, which don't worry, we will set that out. I'm using my Real Techniques sponge, and then I'm gonna go with my flat top brush from Wet n Wild just to blend out the edges. We need to make sure that we set our cream contour. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, and this is the shade Caramel Toffee, you know the deal. I'm using another Wet n Wild contour angle brush, which is perfect for this. I am loving this combination. Do not underestimate Wet n Wild, let me tell you, because they're very, very good. I'm going back again with my Wet n Wild contour palette. I'm using this color that I don't even know what it's called, but I'm going to say it's a banana shade. And I'm pretty much setting all the highlight areas under eye, chin, forehead with my e.l.f. small taper brush. Then I'm going to go ahead and use this Maybelline powder foundation just to set everything and keep myself matte and a little extra coverage. Sheree's face was glowing, so I decided to use this one Wild Fergie shimmer palette in the shade Hollywood Boulevard, and I'm applying it with this Morphe M500, which I love. And then I decided to also highlight the inner corners of my eye with a small little brush from Wet n Wild. I'm using my True Complexion contour palette. This is in the shade Light Medium, and I'm using the Sculpt shade along with my Wet n Wild contour angle brush. I really wanted to warm up a little bit more, and I feel like this shade is more like a terracotta color, and I think it looks amazing with people that have a 10 to deeper skin tone. For blush, I'm using this NYX Ombre blush. I don't know the name of it, but I will leave it listed down below with this Wet n Wild blush brush, and I'm applying it right between the highlighter and my contour. I'm going back with my Morphe 350 palette, and I want to make sure that I finish that lower lash line, so I'm really smoking it out with this e.l.f. contour brush. Sheree's eyes really pop, so I know the makeup artists use a white eyeliner, and this is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk. Her tight line was jet black, so first I'm going with a black pencil and really make sure that I get it as close as I can. Since the eyeliner that was very creamy, I want to make sure that I set it, so I'm using this Wet n Wild palette, and this is called Nude Awakening. I'm using the matte black eyeshadow just to set it and make sure that it's going to last all night long. And also I'm just gonna go ahead and really apply a little mascara on my lower lashes because I need a little love there. We're gonna move on to one of my favorite parts besides the eyes is this bold lip, and I want to start first with this Jordana lip liner in the shade Cabernet. I want to make sure that these lips are very, very deep and matte berry color, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use this LA Girl lip liner in the shade True Browns. I couldn't find a lipstick that was like a deep berry, so I wanted to make sure that at least I do justice with the lip liner. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use a little concealer on the edges just to clean it up. Last but not least is the lipstick. The makeup artist Mila, she used still liquid lipstick in the name Chianti. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And instead, since I don't have that, I wanted to use something similar to it, and the closest thing that I found was my Milani lipstick in the shade Sangria. This is the final look. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and until the next time, I'll see you on my next video. Mwah. Besitos. Bye.